Okay, so today I'm going to be turning this little pound shop Christmas tree ornament into a prop for my dolls. So this little wreath was just glued on with hot glue and I've already taken that off. I'm going to add some beads to that and turn that into a wreath for my dolls. And there's a string here that can also come off. I'm going to be adding a proper string later. And then I'm just going to be painting this red. Not a lot in there. That's it. And then once I've painted it, I'm going to be adding some gold highlights. And we can come back to this in a minute when I finish painting it. Okay, now I've finished painting it. It's still wet and I'm waiting for it to dry. So now I'm going to turn the little wreath that came off the top into a little wreath for the doll's door. I've got some pearl beads here which I'm going to glue on to look like baubles. And I'm simply going to place a dab of glue. I need some tweezers to pick this up. Just push that into place. Don't really want the holes showing. I'm just going to do this all the way around, and I'm not sure at the moment whether I want to leave them as pearls or paint them. This glue's a little messier than I was hoping for. Oh, lost one. Okay, and I'll come back when I finish sticking all of these on. Okay, so I finished gluing on my little pearl beads and I'm just painting them with some Winsor & Newton acrylic gold. I've done all the others, I'm just finishing off this last one. And then I'm going to use a little bit of this gold paint to add some bling to the ends of some of these little petals, just to make it a little bit, so kind of dry brushing them. Just makes them feel a little bit more Christmassy. The little wagon's still wet at the moment, so but this will be the same paint that I used to do carriage lines on the little wagon before adding. I've got a small strip of leather that I'll be adding as a strap. So the wreath is finished. Just simple, but it adds a little bit of a Christmas cheer to your doll's house. So now I've still got to wait for this to dry, so we come back in a minute. Okay, so now I'm going to add some carriage lines. and also where the runners should be. I'm going to add a little rivet there. Still damp in places. This is where your runners would be on a sled or a sleigh. See, it's still damp on the edges, but I'm losing the light, so let's do that one again. And you can decorate these any way you want and any colour you want. So I'm going to carry on doing this, and then it'll be done and we can have the reveal. So here's the final reveal. I added some black fine liner to add some extra detail to the sled, and I dusted it over and aged it with my pastels. I added a little bow to the wreath for the door, and I think this is really cute. I'm really happy with it. You know, adds something when you're photographing your dolls or setting them up for Christmas or something. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and see you again next time. Bye.